Tesla has announced on their investor call that they will no longer be focusing on cars as their primary product to make money in the American marketplace, but will instead go down to robots to focus as the major category of their profit center moving forward. Now, I think everybody could kind of see this coming already, guys, because what we had is, if you watch like the last 6 months, Tesla did a huge dive. People really started to kind of move away from electric cars. And I think that with electric cars, the concept is fantastic. I think Teslas are fantastic. They're amazing vehicles. My friend has got one. He loves it. It's a great car. However, due to the limited number of charging stations, the easy availability of gas, and the convenience of all that, I think a lot of major manufacturers, including Toyota, have said that hybrid is the way that they're going to concentrate going forward. That's going to be the best fit for most Americans in the US market. So due to that, and the fact that they've also got the $32,000 Tesla robots now that you can just buy and have it shipped to your house, that'll do all your cooking, your cleaning, and will keep your house running. For people, I would say above a $200,000 a year income level, that's not a crazy investment. If you think of the fact that it already costs a couple $100s a month to have your house cleaned by somebody, if you have that, and cooking and those general types of things. There's the Tesla Robot Cafe that I saw is going to be opening, where they're going to have them, you know, serving the food and doing all this stuff. I think that's like a soft launch of them being like, hey, see, it works here. Same thing they kind of did with like driverless cars in certain markets like San Francisco and Arizona. They have those things out there. They kind of soft launch it in certain markets. They don't just release it nationwide in order to get it to go. But I think it's still a pretty far way off that most average Americans, especially with how the economy and inflation is going right now, they're just going to be able to buy a Tesla robot and have it in their house. Now, like I said, above a $200,000, $300,000 income level for people, maybe they can afford that. It's not a big deal. But for the rest of us, it's not going to be a go. And I think that eventually this will make them an astronomical amount of money. They're at the forefront of this. I don't see any other robot companies with robots walking around in America. I'm sure there's some smaller ones, but the point is that really, I think that's a big gap in the lift, but maybe they're just looking far towards the future. They're not going to stop making Teslas right now or anything, but the company knows it's losing a ton of money, and people are not buying nearly as many electric cars anymore, and that they've got to focus somewhere else. So they've gone to robots. They announced it in the investor call. So what do you guys think of this? Do you think that that I'm right, that eventually this will be, you know, billions, if not trillions of dollar business for them, and there's going to be a pretty good gap, I'd say at least 5 years before this really becomes their main profit center and they can make it work? Let me know your thoughts.